4 facts for Marvel 2-in-1 74, A Christmas Peril. The Thing and Mr. Fantastic appear in Thor 305. The events in Thor 305 take place between the pages 12 and 13 of this story. Fact 2. The Puppetmaster had been in prison since Fantastic Four 170. Mordred had been reduced to an infantile state since his clash with Chthon in Avengers 187, and there he was left in the care of Bova. Mordred's mind eventually was restored to normal in Captain America 305. Number 3. The Thing and Alicia previously met Mordred in Marvel 2-in-1 33. However, they don't remember it because Mordred erased the memories of this encounter. That was when Ben was in England for like 3 or 4 issues. It's actually a pretty good story. Number 4. Due to an error in printing by the Canadian company that prints both Marvel and DC books at this time, that was Ronald's Printing, some of this issue was actually printed in the February-March 1974 issue of DC's New Teen Titans number 6. Can you imagine you're reading New Teen Titans number 6 and all of a sudden you get a Marvel 2-in-1 story in the middle? How cool is that? There are 3 copies of this particular misprint still known to exist.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the town the Thing felt the season, yet wore a slight frown. For Ben Grimm, though mighty, with strength to astound, he was Christmas shopping with many crazy people around. At home his sweetheart, with a slight Christmas glow, asked for a Christmas card for her stepfather from our orange hero. The Puppetmaster received it as he left prison. In his mind a Yuletide crime plan had arisen. He went to his hideout in a bad part of town and was very distraught at what he had found. His radioactive clay was completely decayed. He looked at his Christmas card and knew right then who could be played. At the FF Christmas party, this figure appeared, the Puppetmaster with eyes filled with fear. This foe from the past now claiming a truce, just one trip back to Transia for Christmas he could use. Franklin, full of Christmas spirit, pleaded for his family to give aid. "I guess we'll take 'em," Ben skeptically said. Alicia the sculptoress, blind but so bright, joined by Ben and Puppetmaster at the hotel on this cold Christmas night. Her stepfather snuck into the woods while the others slept. To where the radioactive clay can be found, Philip Masters crept. As he dug up his treasure, giant wooden soldiers towering over him stole his sinister pleasure. With Puppetmaster missing, Alicia was worried. "Okay, babe, I'll go find him," Ben said, "and I'll hurry." Through snow-covered streets, they started their quest. The Thing and his girl, both unlikely at best. They followed the clues through the city they roamed, seeking the girl's father, who had wandered. They ended up at the evolved cow, Bova's home. There they discovered Mordred the Mystic's sanity had roamed. Thing and Masters were shrunk by Mordred's power, both dark and vile. His mind gone, he shrunk them in a childlike style. The Puppetmaster had a plan, and to the Thing it was told. Ben crashed the toys party with his fists like a boulder. He clobbered the stuffed animals and broke all the soldiers. With Philip's guidance, the toys came undone. When the villain's plan to control Mordred was defeated, Thing saw Alicia and Bova come on a run. Mordred, moved by the sight, saw Alicia's love in the soft Christmas night. So he restored Thing and Puppetmaster to their size from days gone by. This kindness brought a tear to the sculptress's blind eye. Together they stood, a strange family trio, bound not by blood, but by fate's own credo. And Ben, though a hero, felt joy deep inside, for he'd given the season its warm Yuletide pride. So if you are in peril on a cold winter's eve, know the Thing just might help, though he grumbles and grieves. And remember, dear friends, through life's twists and flings, there's no Christmas quite like the one with the Thing.
Shades presents Favorite Panel Theater.
The scene is set. You have Bova, Mordred saying goodbye to Thing and Alicia after this Christmas Peril adventure. The yellow box reads, "The rest of the night passes peacefully, and by the morning the snow has ceased to fall."
Goodbye, my friends. May we meet again.
Goodbye, Bova, Mordred.
Thanks for the cookies. Merry Christmas.
Wait one moment. I have something to do.
Puppetmaster approaches Mordred.
Modred, I want to tell you something. You don't have to be asleep to make your wooden friend move. Dreams can be real in the daytime too, if you wish hard enough. Think about it. Tell him to be real.
Mordred focuses on the wooden soldier that he has in his hand, and then magically...
Hiya, Mildred. Let's go and play. What do you say?
Oh! Thanks, Mr. Wizard.
Now, what do you go and tell a kid that for? No telling what kind of mischief he's gonna get into knowing he can do that.
He was lonely, Grim. His dolls are his only friend. I only showed him how to have better friends.
Yeah, when did you become a child psychologist?
I was much like Modred as a child. Alone, different from others. Puppets were my only companions too. They got to be an obsession with me. Later, I began to treat people like the puppets of my youth. Perhaps if Modred learns now to treat them like people instead, he will not follow the lonely path I did.
Oh, Father, you need never be lonely as long as I'm here.
And Alicia hugs him. As the pogo plane flies off with Thing, Alicia, and Ben back to New York, the Thing muses, "Know something, Baldy? I think I like you as a villain better. Leastways then you were more predictable."
Don't worry, Grim. The mood'll pass.
I really like this issue. I love the Babes in Toyland comparison. I like the March of the Wooden Soldiers thing. I thought it was cool to show what happened to Mordred after he lost his mind.
It was good. I read this long ago.
The initial thought was, I figured Puppetmaster was just going to be completely evil off the rip. He gets out of prison, he says, I'm going to go back to doing misdeeds. At the end of it, becomes a bit of a better person. You see a different side to him. So that's always something that you want to see in someone.
One of the things that was great in here was Alicia pushing Ben to do the Christmas thing with Puppetmaster. Thing writing an absolutely brilliant Christmas card.
That might be Thing trying to egg him on to become more of a villain.
I wonder, that's a theme of debate. Was he trying to needle him, or was he just being the best he could be, which isn't that great?
And he was probably trying to do the right thing.
But his heart wasn't really.
It's not in it, no.
So let's read the, Jack, what exactly does the letters say?
Dear Puppetmaster, season's greetings. May you get what's coming to you in the year ahead. Benjamin J. Grimm.
Ben Grimm, the accursed Thing. This must be his way of mocking me.
The fact that Puppetmaster uses that card as his way to get into the Fantastic Four party, which gets him to Transia to get the radioactive clay, is a great little irony thing on Ben and Alicia. So what did you think of the art on this one, boss?
More and more as the issues go, the detail gets deeper and you can see a lot more stuff going on in the background. So that's really cool. They're getting Ben Grimm even nicer.
Yeah.
His art looks a lot better. You can see the actual rocks and depth in his skin now. Before they were getting to it, now it's actually there.
Yeah.
I love the battle scenes with the toys. Thing looks great there. Puppetmaster's hiding and kind of half in the shadow.
Mordred the Mystic. Now, tell us where he's from, Jack.
Mordred the Mystic is the son of Morgan Le Fay from the King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, the original series. He became an Avengers villain. He had, earlier in 2-in-1, he had a 3-part story with The Thing and Alicia. He lost his memory and became almost a child in this.
Right, which is where we find him in this. There was not a lot of him in there, but I remember his mother, Morgana Le Fay, from that awesome Iron Man where Doctor Doom and he'd go back in time, and it was just a great thing. So Morgana Le Fay has her son. He's kind of a mama's boy, but was that Mordred?
That was Mordred.
Okay, so, but anyway, Morgana Le Fay was just an awesome woman, and for her to have a son like this. But here you kind of see a very neutered kind of character.
It's an interesting take how he explained he will lose his memories and then kind of goes back to a childlike state. It is kind of confusing when you see him. He looks maybe somewhere around his 30s, so
He's got the white hair.
Yeah,
and
he looks a bit older, and he's in a twin-sized bed too. So I wonder how he fits in that thing.
yeah.
Well, he is like hundreds of years old, to be honest. The thing I liked about this, when he was turned into a kid, he sees the thing and it scares him. To him, it's a boogeyman. Or when he sees the puppet master, he thinks of him as a wizard, and it scares him. And that's why he unconsciously shrinks them.
Okay.
And then the attack of the toys is because of that.
Right.
So he doesn't shrink Alicia. Notice he doesn't, women don't scare him.
Okay.
And of course he doesn't shrink Bova. Bova is that's a new character for Ryan, I'm sure. What did you think of Bova, the anamorphic cow mutated cow from High Evolutionary?
So at first it was kind of just like a random throw-in to me. Then hearing the backstory with High Evolutionary and then her explaining that he goes to space, putting the pieces together that he is actually the reason why Rocket and all of those other experimentations were going on where they were. It's a nice way to introduce that and like to set up that little plot point that's gonna be a big thing later on in the series. That's always gonna be attributed to Marvel and their writing abilities.
Yeah, Bova was always a kind of an interesting character. You can usually imagine a cow lady with a kind heart, because cows are nice.
She's got a shawl on and everything.
She's got the shawl on.
My favorite parts of this artwork were the close-ups. I love the close-up of Thing yelling. It looks like he's going to do the Home Alone. I like the one where he's like, look at the toy army, and you see like half of his face is shadowed.
Yes, that was...
I love the Puppet Master. Whenever he's like messing with the clay, he starts to sweat, and he gets the shadowed look. Inking is really good on this one.
Inking is really good.
It's like every close-up is just really, really well done.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite part of the artwork on it.
Yeah, the action is good, but when you can add the emotions to the action, not just people fighting and back and forth, but when you close up on someone saying, "Oh no," or or he's angry or he's scared or something, that really adds something, I think.